I guess we can start. Participants, yes, we have the last session today, and that session is from Anoop sir. So first of all, thank you, Anoop sir, for accepting the invite to be the speaker here. The topic is empowered educator. So let us listen to him. And this is a 40-minute session. So if you have any queries, you can very well drop at any time, in the chat window. You can unmute and then ask if there is a question. So thank you. And yes, sir, over to you, sir. Anup sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay. Come back. Come back. Okay. So we have we it's for us it knows that when we are prepared well and when we are entering into the classroom, we are facing different challenges. Okay, from the students' point of view or students' perspective, or from the content delivery, or sometimes we are not comfortable to deal with the students. Okay, all these scenarios may occur, right? So confidence, how we can manage the content with the confidence, and how we are authoritative in the classroom. Authoritative, don't misunderstand the word meaning of authoritative. When we are delivering the content, how we are going to be authoritative, that is more important. Okay, so the title itself create a powerful message. Confidence is not about the authority or a fear. Okay, when especially numerical those teachers who are dealing with numerical papers, accountancy, or math subject, physics and all, in my personal experience I can say is that when I'm entering in the class itself, they say, oh, Anup sir is coming, Anup sir. Not that fear. Okay. I don't know why the students are misunderstand or misinterpret that concept. Okay, but the comment, okay, or the authority, it doesn't means that the fear. Okay, it's not fear. It is confidence is about the presence or the clarity or the emotional control. That's very important, right? So when we know that there are different say wavelength students are there, different categories are there. In the before session also, the different classifications we already go through it. So we know that a heterogeneous class, how we can manage it. For that, what we required, the patience we required, the emotional control we required, the clarity we required, or the presence of mind is very important, right? So in this session, we are go through within a short span of time, we are try to communicate or convey these messages. Yes, somebody
Join
wants to
ചെയ്തോ
say.
join ചെയ്തോ
No, okay.
സെഷൻ അനൂപ് സാറിന്റെ അല്ലേ
Yeah, okay. So
Gen
this
Z.
section will help the teachers. We can walk into the classroom. Okay, just imagine you are walking into the classroom every day, carrying out the same exercise. And we are dealing with the students, parents, management, principal, vice principal, and the routine work. But how we can make some changes, or how effectively we can manage some sessions. So in this section, is regarding to help you walk into the classroom with feeling proudly and prescribe or present it confidently, regardless of situations, whether some of them during the but then ISP came that different observations are there. Some of the teachers are feeling like, okay, that teacher or that particular coordinator is going to come and observe my class. Okay, but if you are confident, it is irrelevant for me. Who is going to come, whether maybe it's a principal or it's a vice principal, it's irrelevant for you. Okay, you have the confidence. Not confidence doesn't mean that you were so you have to be in good proper dress code, or you have to be in the proper nothing. That is a different story. And here we are talking about confidence, indicating that subject command. Okay, if you are having the command in your subject, it any situations, okay, where from the student's point of view or from the teacher's one, when observation point, whatever it is, that you can easily manage it. We are delivering, or we are looking into this particular part alone for this small section. And why this session? That's very important, right? Okay, already we in the beginning itself we convey this message. Why this session is important? Okay, nowadays we are addressing different classroom challenges. Okay, already I mentioned this, and in addition to that, if you are facing anything, you can use a comment. But unfortunately, I shared the entire screen. I can uh, come back and I can read the messages. Okay, it's okay, fine. I can do that. In addition to this, if you are facing any challenges that you can point out, it's a open-ended. You can use that text box, or you can unmute and you can answer it. That's easy for me to connect it with you, or a chat box also. It's acceptable. Okay, so these are the common challenges in the practical life scenario nowadays we are facing is increasing classroom challenges, behavioral issues, or the pressure from the top level or pressure from the coordinator. You have to complete the syllabus within this time, go through the revisions, that one, this. Okay, all these are part of our challenges, right? In addition to that, if you are facing anything, okay, yes, I, yes. So before we move into the session in detail, we can understand what is listening, right? When we are entering into the class, all the students. Okay, in my personal experience, I need 100% eye contact. For everybody should listen when I am speaking. I'm respecting them. When they want to speak something, they can raise a hand or and whatever. They can stand, and we will give the space to speak. Okay, right. But when I am teaching or when I am taking the class, I am expecting everybody to listen, right? And everyone is saying that the student is not listening. How we can understand, or how we can differentiate, or how we can judge within the class itself whether the students are listening or not? Okay, for that a short video, we can see this and come. Okay. Did you know eyes looking at the person talking shows you're paying attention? Listen. Listening ears help you take in new information. Lips. Keep your lips together so you can hear everything being said. Laugh. Hands in your lap keep you from accidentally hurting or distracting anyone. Letters. Legs filled and quiet help you stay focused and not discouraged. When your eyes, ears, lips, hands, and legs are all ready, you're using your whole body to move. Yes. So the listening, the process of listening includes all this five. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So listening, attention listening curve. Okay. I hope a few of them, or few of them we go through this during the B.Ed courses or ever professional courses. That attention is okay when we are entering, or just imagine when we started, or when we entered the day. You just think it. It's an exercise for everyone. Just close your eyes and think it. Which are the items you saw during the entire day with the blue color? Okay, it's a 1 minute exercise. I hope everybody will join with me, and just close your eyes and just think it. The items which go through your eyes are having the blue color. Okay, when we started the day onwards till now, well, that before one slide before that, what are the items? How many of you are able to connect it more than 10 or more than 15 items? Many, right? Of course, many of us, because we are already trained. Okay. But the student's point of view, the attention, when we are started a concept, okay, and we are saying that this is the most important topic, or this is the most important chapter, and we are attaining 100% attention from everyone and going to start a new concept. First to 5 minutes or first to 15 minutes, you can see the two chart and its difference. Okay. So when we are starting it, everybody will listen us. Okay, like 100% eye contact will be there. Everybody sitting in the proper L, all L's are followed, like in that manner. But once the class is start, the students are going to okay, the students are not going to listen. Okay, they have some deviations, or some distractions will be there. So how we can compensate it? we can say is that he's good in subject, he knows everything, he's 100% in the content, but many of them are fail in the teaching profession. Okay, I had some personal experience also with my previous school. One teacher who is very good in subject, and is a physics teacher, JE, NEET, or all coaching, every question he can answer it. But unfortunately, he is not a good teacher because of he don't know how to fill the gap. Okay, the change in the curve of attention, how we can make it productive, that's very important. Okay, we can include some exercises, we can include some activities, we can include some skill or some, okay, different ways are there to continue the attention, or we can change the curve. See, in the first curve itself, we can see is that there isn't a peak where everybody is going to attend it, and that attention is going to diminish, okay, or decline. And very few, okay, we know that in a class after 15 or 25 minutes accountancy or a subject, or especially for the numerical paper, that the curve will be in the bottom. Okay, so from there, how we can motivate the students, or how we can get the 100% attention again. So for that, what are the things, or what are the techniques we can apply, that we have to keep in mind, depends on our subject. Okay, in accountancy, how I can manage, in physics, how the that particular facilitator can manage the students attention in the physics and maths, in especially in English. Okay, when I'm entering, okay, now my fifth sixth period is accountancy, or the eighth period is accounts, or one period before that is a language paper. Don't misunderstand me. Okay, it's a language paper. The students will feel, says that sir is feeling sleepy. Okay, it's a common comment, right? So how we can overcome that, or how we can change the span of attention, that's very important. So here we can fill it, this the curve, we can change it or redefine it. Okay, change the curve by filling the gap, or that verbs with some skill or some technique or some devices, in the sense some audio presentation, some video presentation, or some practicals, or whatever that you can include in subject to subject, we can included. Okay, that's very important in the modern life. Okay, already we discussed, or we attended one session for Gen Z. Okay, how the generation Z is dealing, how their phases, how the changes are there. All we already fully equipped with. I hope most of them attended that sessions. Okay, so in that manner only we can manage the class. Okay, so comes to the next concept, that is build a confident classroom presence. That's very important. When we are in the class, how the students should behave. That's very important. Some of the not in our school probably, but other schools, they are dealing with their activities, or students are fully engaged with their own work. Okay, and the things are there, but how we want to manage, or how build a confident classroom, that's very important. Okay, so if we can inculcate some values, or we can, it's all this possible only if we are good in, or commandant in the subject. Okay, whatever, maybe you are good looking, we are whatever it is, coming into the students for first impression, that will lose within 1 or 2 period. Okay, if we are not enough to deliver the content, that's very important, right? Okay, and one of the teacher, one student was asking, what is the inflation? Okay, or how the inflation is working. It's a social science teacher, and that particular teacher is not capable to answer the question, what is inflation, how it will be affected, or recently there is one news in the commerce teachers, we know that, and the rupee exchange rate is falling. Is we thought that it will stop in the 90s again, 90 near to 91 rupees. Okay, and if one student is going to ask how it will affect, okay, what are the outcome, or how this is going to be affected in our day-to-day life, we should be able to answer it, especially for the commerce teacher or social science teacher, uh, must knows it how it will be. Okay, in that manner we want to be present in the class, and we want to create a environment which will strengthen the teaching clarity. That's more important. Clarity in conveying the concept or delivering the content. That is more important. Okay. Move to the, in addition to that, improve communication and instructional clarity. Okay, in my class, I given the ins and buts. Okay, I clearly mentioned that what you can do and what you should not do. Okay, it's a common say rule which everybody should follow. Okay, if they want to drink water, okay, of course they can do it. If you want to use the restroom, or if you want to discuss each other, if peer teaching, we know that is very important, right? Okay, if one concept we are conveying or delivering, that particular student is not able to understand, of course they can ask to the student one who is sitting next to him. Okay, but how they can do it, or what time they want to use it, there is a instructional clarity is very important. Okay, and maintain clarity without conflict. Okay, but if they are asking the doubts, especially for doubts, when they are asking, we in the sense, not everybody, be the tipsians are different from that. Okay, we are saying that this is not in the syllabus, or this is not required for the time. That type of comment should not be expecting from the student. Okay, they because they have the source. Okay, if we are not able to answer the question, immediately they will use the AA tools. Okay, we know the chat GPT, okay, different tools are available and we can ask anything. Okay, and reliable source, okay, means informations are available. Information is available nowadays. It's not at all in the fingertip itself. The all day, the universe is there with us. Okay, so it's they are also expecting that same from us. Okay, maintain a clarity without conflict and create a positive learning environment. That's also important. One teacher is always cornering or targeting or ignoring totally, one particular student may feel that the environment is not fit to learn, right? Okay, so in that scenario, I think I'm frankly asking, many of we may feel that that particular student is not approaching us, okay, or he is going with some other teacher. Why it's so? Or maybe our thought process may go through in that. Okay, right? And we want to understand the reason why it's so, okay, or whether we are creating a positive environment in the classroom. That is very important. Okay, that building a classroom confidence. Okay, everybody, we should respect each and everyone in the classroom. Okay, we are ready to, we in the sense the teaching community should be ready to listen and ready to learn from the students, of course. Okay, when we started using the technology, especially for mobile phone and other applications, we know it when it is. But the students, they recently or already they started. They are in the technological era, so they knows it how to deal it, how to, okay, and we should also respect them. We should ready to listen. Okay, and we should uh, accept the content or other things which they are telling, whether it's correct. We have to appreciate them. If they are misunderstood the concept, we want to correct it them. Okay, all these are the duties of a teacher. Then only they will come to us, right? Or then only we can become a commanding teacher in the subject. Okay, and subject clarity, already we covered this point already, and subject clarity, that's very important. And calm and confident communication, what we are delivering. Okay, what are the changes, what are the uh, ways of communication, how we have to be in the class. Some of them are visual learners. Okay, so in that manner, whether we are fulfilling it, some of the teachers, they are not using the board. Okay, in that scenario, some of them are facing difficulties to understand the concepts. In that, all the dimensions we have to think it before delivering one content. And strong teaching presence, teacher's presence, that's very important. And if one teacher is there inside the class, they should know it what to do and what should not to do, right? And consistent and routine expectation. We have to expect. Okay, this we can't say is that this particular student is not a good student or not like that. Okay, and we want to call. We should not cornerize it. in the sense her last mark is very less, so he next exam also he is going to be like, not in that manner. Okay, so we want to encourage consistently. Somebody's mic is down. Request it. Yeah.
Team, can you please mute? Give me a second, sir. Sorry. It's
Yeah.
Karthikeyan or 1 second, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. So consistent routine and expectations are important, right? Anybody having a different opinion, you can also join with this discussion. No. Yeah. Uh, have you noticed students behave differently with the different teachers? Of course, we can say that. Have you noticed it? In my personal experiences, I notice in different scenarios, especially for exceptions. Okay, students are saying that you should not go to Anoop sir, he won't give excuses or exceptions, or you should not go to Mr. X, he won't ready to give the excuse. You should go to this coordinator, you should not go to that coordinator. Like that comments we can expect, and we want to think it why it's so. Okay, or whether the teacher's presence or teacher present is invisible authority which you can carry or not. That's a question. Okay, you can also think it as my personal point of view. It's varying, and yours is different. One to two, and the teacher is different. Okay, so just think it. Why the student is not approaching for this reason, or why this student or that student is not approaching for this clarity, subject clarity. That's very important question. Okay, you can ask to yourself. Okay, move to the next concept, that is master confident communication. This is very important. Wow. Okay, the different techniques are there and different means are there. Even once we are going to pause the class, okay, 1 second silence will understand the student what should do and what should not to do. That's very important. Okay, so tone and calm, okay, form and respect. Okay, of course we have to respect the students. I already we covered that point. Okay, because they are also good in strong in some areas which they are used, so that we have to we are ready to listen. That's very important. And posters and the way how we are present in the content, way how we are sitting in the class. Okay, all this, the pace of the class or the slow down, some points we want to stress it, some points we want to emphasize it, some of the points we can go through it, run through it. Like all these are important, and give clarity and simple instructions. That's also very important in the class. Okay, how we can manage the classroom, how we effectively, what time they have to be in the class, all these are important. And classroom presence technique is a big chart, and here look, speak, move method. This is important concept which facilitate to be a good or commanding facilitator look, speak, move method. Okay, we know that the look or the eye contact with all the students, or the speak, the tone, the variation, the sound, the engaging questions, or engage students with the questions, keep on asking or keep on motivating the students to ask questions. Every time they should ask the questions, WH questions. Okay, if we are asking one confident or one concept, or if we are teaching one concept, 1 + 1 is equal to 0. Okay, or one plus one is equal to 2, or 1 - 1 is equal to 0. We have to okay, sir said 1 + 1 is equal to 0. This is an example. 1 + 1 is equal to 2, or 1 - 1 is equal to 0. Okay, sir said, that's why I'm following that. No. Okay, it should, they in that they should be curious why it's so, why it's called 1, why it's not 0. Okay, why it's not 2? That keep on asking the question. We have to engage or encourage the students to keep on asking questions. That's very important. Let them speak. Okay, or after the classroom, we were concluding it. We want to ask the questions, and we must know it whether that student is understood or we are delivered the content in the proper manner or not. Okay, and all this coming in this and move. Of course, some of them are sitting in the table, or some of them are moving and like each and every student or go through that. Like all the moments are very important, and want to seek the attention of the students. If you are going to stand and speak, or if you are going through each and every student, then that will create a, a way of tea, or that will create a motivation, or that will encourage the students. Okay, he is looking, or we have to do this, we have to complete on time. Like some insects, yes, sorry, yeah, some areas they will be more vigilant. That's very important. Okay, and stand still, pause before instruction. It's very important when you are entering into the class. Just give a few seconds to settle down. Okay, once enter in the class, take the when marker and writing in the board. This is, we are going to deal with these and these concept and writing it, equation, that one, this one. We can't attend the 100% attention. Okay, attend 100% attention. No, because the students are not equipped. Okay, we know that the graph, I think the attention chart already we discussed. Okay, how the attention that came down, and once again we have to encourage and motivate to maintain the graph in the proper way. Like different techniques we have to apply it. Okay, and the next one is common, that we are doing every time, name calling with purpose. Okay, we are calling one student. Okay, if somebody is doing something, or some loose talk or something is happening in the place, we are calling Akshay, what you are doing, or Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z, what you are doing. Like, or we can ask some example based on the topic, or in that manner we can deal, or we can make sure the presence of the students in the class. And silent countdown for attention, that's also an effective one. Silent countdown. Okay, we can give one task, and or one numeric. Especially I'm doing in my accounts class. I'm giving one numerical question. I'm giving that this is a 4 mark question. You have to complete within 8 minutes, and the countdown will start. Last few minutes will start, or during the examination. I think most of what we are doing, or that's very important. That silent countdown, or let them train in that manner. Okay, or visual signals. Okay, we can give it our timing. All this are essential. Then boost the classroom presence with a simple technique. Already we discussed few techniques. In addition to that, few more are there. Use the look to speak or to move method, or make eye contact with everyone, or if you want to ask something. Okay, while seeing their eyes, we can understand, okay, that particular student is trying to convey some message, or he is not 100% in the class. That we can feel it, we can understand it. And apply a stand still, pause before instruction, or already we discussed 1 minute game, or okay, to make the 100% attention, we can pause the classroom, or use the name calling purpose. All this we covered. And subject, command, and clarity. Again, we know that our topic is related to the same thing, and again I'm coming with the subject, command. Okay, or competency. That's very important. Okay, and nowadays we can't say is that this particular topic is not included in the syllabus. No, they are eagerly waiting for getting the questions or the answers. Okay, questions, answers. That's very important. Okay, we can't say is that, okay, I'm not able to answer it now, let me give 1 day to prepare. No, because they are not patient to listen or wait for 1 day or 2 day to get your answer. No. Do you think that? Not at all. Okay, because they have different source. They are going to use the technology to get it. So that is very important. How we are delivering, what you are delivering, how clarity is there for your content. Then some command techniques. Okay, this is applicable for an audience, or if it's a mass people, or more strengths are there. Practice reset breathing before entering the class. Okay, when we are entering into a comment session or whatever it is. Okay, I think this is a common for everyone. We are well prepared and we are entering into a session or into a class, and there are some disturbance and we are not at all happy with what we delivered. This is happening, right? Okay, once in a while, or some of them are regularly it's happening. Like distractions are there. In that scenario, we have to be, or in some of sometimes we are out of control. We are close to hit that, or we are slapped. Okay, like in that scenario, we can also use this. Okay, just be calm, take an in, breathe in and breathe out, and think it whether we want to do or we want to behave in this manner or not. If you are going to behave in this, what will be the outcome? Just pause for a moment, then we can understand we should not do this. Okay, right? Okay, because we know that the students, the behavior and everything we know it. Sometimes we feel like we want to give answer, but don't do that. Okay, as per that safety concerns, ISP is that one, and it's moreover, it's not fair, right? We are not supposed to touch ones or okay, mentally or physically. It's not the right way to deal it. You have to respect them. Yeah, right. Some comments. Okay, fine. Mm. Then use silence strategy. We already discussed in this. Okay, while delivering, or the content should not be overflow. Okay, one. Yeah. So one concept should cover it. Make sure that that particular topic is completed, or that should be okay. Then again, we want to continue. We will go for the next one in the smooth and easy manner. That's very important. Post to create a space and prompt students reflect on okay their concerns, their doubts, their points. Some students may have some extra points to add on with that. So we have to listen them. We have to give the space to convey these points and offer choice instead of warning. Okay, we can say is that you have this choice, or if you are going to complete the project work and submit on this date, you will get this. If you are not, this is going to be the after outcome. Or this, like, instead of giving warning, we can give some options. Okay, you have to do this work, else you are supposed to do that. Like we can give uh, this choice or that choice, or you have to complete these are questions. Okay, while giving the homework, I'm applying this. Okay, what is that? You have to do this first 50 question, or you have to do 3 question each for every day. Okay, I'm giving a homework for one chapter, around 15 questions are there. I'll give a deadline. Okay, and maybe that's maybe for 4 or 5 days gap. Few of them are ready to submit only on that particular day, but many are no, they want to do 1 or 2 question each, and they are going to submit it, they are going to correct it, and they are going to continue with the remaining. So in that scenario, some options we have to give it. Okay, if those were okay to complete within that, or the only on the deadline, let them do that. And those who want to correct it each and every question, let them do in that manner. Some of them are doing the homework in the class during the free time and coming and asking the doubts, and they are expecting some extra question. That manner, different techniques or different options we have to give it. Okay. Then, practice activity for confident delivery. That's very important. Okay. So 30 sec, uh, 20-second confident instruction uh, practice is there. Delivery means before delivering the content, we have to give the instruction. Okay. Or we have to give a brief, or in the classroom instruction, or during the discipline, or whatever it there we want to be convey that instruction in within 20 seconds. And 30-second uh, concept explanation drill. So during this phase, explain the concept clearly in 30 seconds, what we are going to do this chapter, or what we are going to do this particular topic. Okay, or which are the areas we want to focus it. Like we can give the complete clarity on that, and focus on voice modulation and poses and clarity. Okay, that's also very important. Tone, but the tone which we are using when we are calling one student name, that tone itself they should identify it what purpose we called. Okay, no need to explain it again during the invigilation duty. I'm feeling using the same technique when we are calling it. If they are trying to look here and say just that name, but the tone itself they can understand, or the sound or voice modulation itself they can understand what we mean. That's enough. Okay. And comes to the reflection on confidence clues. Okay, identify signals that shows confident delivery. Okay, how we can the voice itself or the modulation itself will the students will feel that, or they should get it. Nowadays they are fully equipped, and most of them are already go through that content, or many of them having the tuitions or extra support, or they already knows the content concept. So once they are going to ask and we are not delivering the things what they are expecting. Okay, some of them students some says that when once we are going to ask the explanation, he will explain the entire concept. No, what is the question? According to that we have to answer it. If one question is one student is going to come and ask that particular concept alone, we don't want to explain the whole chapter. No, what, okay, he's already prepared or he's okay with that, what he's asking, that clarity alone we can deliver it, or that content alone we can deliver it. That is the session. And I hope it's somehow effective and something which we can take it. Anybody voluntarily if coming, it's good. Describe at least one or two or five. I'm appreciating that those who are delivering the five.
Yeah,
Describe
participants,
a
if you want to share.
confident yeah classroom in 5 words. You can answer a discussion. What are the how what do you mean by confident classroom?
Yeah, participants, you can type it in the chat. So the question is, how would you describe a confident classroom in 5 words? So just, give your inputs in the chat so that I can read it out, or you can also unmute and then say it. So I know that this is the last session, and people are after lunch. You are like this, but again, the session was really nice, Anup sir. To be frank, there were a lot many things. I'll show you my notebook, and I've been keeping on taking notes. So it was a really nice session. So thank you for coming forward and accepting our invite. So anything that you want to share it across team, please type it in the chat window, please. So I'm not gonna share the attendance link unless I see at least one or two responses in the chat window. Anup sir, you can go back to that last slide. You can show the question to them so that let them answer, let them have a look at the question again and then do it. Yes, Nusafa ma'am, I see Pradeep says reply learning with courage, empowered mind, clarity, bold ideas, thrive. Yes. I have one another person raising hand. Mustafa ma'am, yes, you can unmute. Saran sir has shared teaching with courage gives the learner to learn with confidence. Yes. Sir, with AI in or out, teachers are still role models, sir, for the students. We can't, take that away anyway, sir. So yes, participants, please fill the attendance form so that we can generate the certificates. And thank you for being patient enough. You've been wonderful audience from the morning. 5 sessions. We try to actually give you one another choice. So hope you had great takeaways from all the sessions. We wanted all the sessions to be short, to the point, so that you can take away certain strategies and then apply in the classroom. So it was an attempt to actually mimic our classrooms. Our classrooms are like this, 40 minutes, 20 minutes is what is predominantly the observing time for the students, and their attention time is far less than that. You as a teacher, we and we are aware of that. Their attention time is less. So hopefully you had great takeaways today. So thank you, Anup sir, once again, and
Thank you,
thank you,
sir.
participants.
Yeah, finally, sir. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you practice. So thank you for attending this section. Thank you for your time and dedication to teaching. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anup sir. Thank you for the wonderful words. Thank you, others. Yeah.